Joel with Soilview out here, northwest Iowa, close to the Minnesota border actually, but just wanted to show a little video. This field it's kind of heavy black, glacial soils, an area that, in the fall we try to target right away when the fields come in. And I was at some of these fields the day after we got them and they were already chisel plowed. The growers in this area follow the combine with the chisel plow and try to dry them out. So we got this particular grower in this area to kind of switch to the summer sampling, and just wanted to shoot a little video on kind of the field conditions and how much better the sampling can be here. So let's go. All right, so as you can see, heavy black glacial soils out here. We came to this field in the fall. It was ripped up, and we pretty much, tell the growers and our retailers or whomever we're working for that, we're going to be out here to take quality samples, and we just couldn't do it when the soil conditions were like that. So just a little visual. We got no wind today, which is incredible. So end of April, show you a little bit or how good the samples are at this time of year. So we're pulling cores out here. At Soilview we do a 2-stop system on that middle of the grid. Pull forward 20-30 feet. We'll take 10 cores within that range. So we'll take 5 here, we'll pull forward, take 5 more, and that's kind of the systematic approach that we use throughout the company. You can just see, hopefully, a visual of how nice that core is out here. And this is heavy black soil, but just perfect cores. Once again, just a perfect soil sample. So if you want your growers to make great decisions, especially with fertilizer prices the way they are, this is a great time of year to get that done. You can, make a recommendation, sit down with the growers, talk about what they're going to do in the fall, in that late summertime, August, September, get a plan together. And then fields like this and growers that, want to keep after it, stay on top of things, chisel plow these fields. They can have the fertilizer to the field. You guys can be spreading them, right after they're done harvesting, and you don't have to wait for the bottlenecks like the harvest to get done, us to sample them, the lab to analyze them, you to make a rec, you to get the fertilizer out the door. It's just a lot more efficient and, operations wise. So we've got our 10 cores that we collected, sort of in a semicircle around the ATV, throw it in our hopper. We'll do 5 here, then we move forward 20-30 feet, take 5 more, which I've done. And you can see just how good those samples are. Once again, with the high prices of fertilizer and things like that, we want to spend the farmers' dollars wisely and put it where it needs to be as far as that goes. So just another example of the time of year that we can get this done. This field is planted corn on corn. We'll target those fields first, or any contour crop, and continue on with the straight row 30-inch row beans down the road. So I just wanted to give a little example of how our system works, our command center through Soilview. We have the ability to put equal distance grids out there, use previous points that you guys have. We can do zone sampling, nitrate sampling, multitude of things, but here's just a little tracking. So we're able to hit those GPS targeted points so that, every 4-year rotation or 2-year rotation, however often you're sampling, we can come back and collect samples from those same sites. So also got tracking throughout the field, so we can kind of monitor our employees, just make sure we're spending the right amount of time to get good quality cores out there. All right, so just wrapped up sampling this field early in crop season. Once again, field conditions are ideal. You're getting really consistent cores throughout that field. We'll box that up, get it to whatever lab you'd like. We got a great relationship with a multitude of labs. And then we'll push it into whatever software program you're using. So great time of year to get good cores. We make a lot of decisions throughout that growing season and what that crop is doing. So maybe we should be pulling more soil samples throughout that growing season. You can figure in crop removal and other things like that for fall application. So contact your local agronomist, get signed up for early in crop season. And once again, if you don't test, it's just a guess. Thank you.